Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that be linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. Brought to you today by Snickers Protein. Don't forget, I'm going to be doing their deadline day show on the Ball Street channel. That is next week, Monday, between 7 and 11. That show is going to be going out and I'll be involved in that show. So make sure you check it out. And also, don't forget, you can send in your messages using the hashtag FanLine, either on Twitter or on here in the comments. I'm going to read out a couple of those later on that you guys have been sending in some brilliant messages. Only 1 week to go until the transfer window closes. And that's it. The business is done for January and for the rest of the season. So a very important week coming up for Arsenal. It's been so far a window of a lot of activity with Arsenal. Most notably in the window is Mesut Ozil leaving, and that was official, made official yesterday. He joined Fenerbahce. He was training with them. He is now a Fenerbahce player, no longer an Arsenal player after 8 years at the club nearly. And he sent out a really nice, classy message on leaving. I'm just going to read some of it. It was a very long message. I'm just going to read some of his quotes. He said, over 250 games, 44 goals and 71 assists later, it's time that Arsenal and I finally part ways. Together, we ended the club's 9-year trophy drought and brought a long-needed silverware back to the fans who deserved it. It's difficult for me to put into words the love for this club and the fans, the love I feel for this club and the fans. How could I possibly describe the 8 years of gratitude in a single letter? Whilst I may no longer be playing for the club, I will continue to support them in every game they play, and I will be a gunner for life. No doubt about that. And then he goes on to say, now more than ever, we must get behind the team. The season is a tough one for every team in the Premier League, and that is why we must all back the current squad and the staff, no matter the results. And later on in his statement, he goes on to say, hearing my name chanted around the Emirates will forever give me goosebumps. And the memories I've made putting on this jersey will stick with me for life. Much has been written about my time at Arsenal, especially in recent months. Arsenal is a club of class and prestige, something that I felt every time I walked onto the pitch. The players, the staff, the management always come and go, but the club's values and the fans will remain forever. So a really classy message, I have to say, from Mesut Ozil. And good luck to him in his future now at Fenerbahce. You know, he could have left and he could have had a right go at Arsenal for the treatment that he's received over the last, say, 6 months or so, but he hasn't. So, you know, give it up to him. And I really do wish him, you know, sincerely all the best at his new club. It just didn't work out towards the end. It happens in football. I get, you know, it is a shame, but he has now moved on. Him moving on means that someone is moving in, and that's Martin Odegaard. At the time of recording this show, the signing has not yet been announced, but it will be. Martin Odegaard is going to be taking over from Mesut Ozil. He's going to be that creative player. He's coming on loan from now until the end of the season. It's reported that Arsenal are going to pay a 1.8 million loan fee for him, which is the norm nowadays when it's a really big player. And all his wages up until the end of the season. And Odegaard should be, I was saying yesterday that he might have to self-isolate, but actually he won't have to self-isolate because as long as he passes a COVID test and he's COVID-free, he will be able to play under the sort of elite sports person's program that they have. So Odegaard will be an Arsenal player, and really looking forward to seeing what he can bring to the team. He could stay on permanently. That is what a lot of the talk is. I mean, at the moment, it's supposed to be just until the end of the season. Real Madrid haven't put in an option for him, you know, Arsenal option to buy, but there's a lot of talk that if he performs well, Arsenal might want to just keep him, and Real Madrid might be open to doing that. What would that leave, or where would that leave Emi Buendia? Well, there's still talk that Arsenal are still very interested in signing him, not this window, but in the summer, and that still remains. But I was just thinking to myself today, how must he be feeling right now? This is the thing about opportunities when they arise. Now, the opportunities arise where Arsenal are interested in signing him, but obviously Norwich want to keep him, and obviously is at a very important stage of the season with Norwich, and trying to get Norwich back up into the Premier League. However, he could miss out on his dream move because suppose Odegaard comes in and he's brilliant, he's exceptional, and then Arsenal say, "Hey, you know what? We got our guy right here. We don't need Buendia." Then he would have missed out on his move. That is why sometimes in football, the opportunity comes, sometimes at the wrong time. Sometimes it comes, you just got to grab it. But it will be really, penny for his thoughts right now. It's going to be really interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out at the end of the season. For me, hopefully, the best scenario is Odegaard does brilliant, and we've got that problem at the end of the season. But I'm looking forward to seeing Odegaard and what he can do in an Arsenal shirt. I saw some people yesterday saying, "Oh, it could be another Denis Suarez." Don't be doom and gloom. Let's see what he can do. Now, PSG are proposing a move for this guy, Draxler. How many? He's been linked with this club forever. Draxler has, and he's coming into the last year, or he's into the last year of his deal at PSG, and PSG reportedly, and this is coming from L'Equipe over there in France, they would like to swap Draxler for Guendouzi. Now, they've been interested in Guendouzi for a little while. They're still interested in Guendouzi, and they would like to swap, Draxler for Guendouzi. I don't know what you guys think about that. Guendouzi, of course, is on loan at the moment at Hertha Berlin. Interestingly, I was seeing that Hertha Berlin have sacked their manager. They've been on a real poor run of form, even though Guendouzi's not been doing too badly there. They've been on a really bad run of form. They're just above the relegation zone. Spent a lot of money, Hertha Berlin, and they've sacked their manager. And there was also reports that there was a match the other day where Guendouzi was seen arguing with one of his teammates at halftime. I mean, he's never far away from it, is he, Guendouzi? Now, could Arsenal make this happen? Would it make sense to make it happen? I don't think Guendouzi is going to come back into the fold at Arsenal somehow. I just don't see it. So I'm sure they'll want to sell him, but swapping him for Julian Draxler, do you think that would be a good move? I mean, we've already got enough sort of wide players, but Draxler is quality. But is Draxler another one of those sort of Willian type signings, players that are sort of way past their best, that we be then possibly be looking to bring in? I don't know. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. Use the hashtag FanLine. Would you be up for that? A swap deal involving Guendouzi and Julian Draxler. Lucas Torreira, he's been subject to loads and loads of speculation. His agent notably last week said, listen, he's staying at Atletico. He's not looking to leave Atletico, although he's been hardly getting any game time. Atletico have been flying in La Liga, and he's had limited game time. And when you send a player out on loan, that's not the object. The object of it is for him to get lots of game time somewhere else. It's not happening for Torreira at the moment. He probably would have got more game time staying at Arsenal. Now, there's a lot of rumours going around today. Again, these rumours coming out of France that he could be recalled from that loan at Atletico Madrid, then sold to Monaco. Monaco are interested in him. They're willing to offer him a 3-year deal. And a lot of the talk today is saying that Arsenal could recall him and then sell him on. Obviously, I think that would be the best option for Arsenal, would be to try and sell him on. So that's the talk, that they'd be looking to sell him on to Monaco. Whether that happens or not, again, we're going to have to see. A lot's going to be revealed in the next 7 days. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how that one works out. Now, a couple of your fan lines that came in. Let me do a couple of them. I can't get them up on the screen at the moment, but this one came from Mon. He says, a real Viking in the middle of the park. I love this already. Of course, he's talking about Martin Odegaard, who's, of course, Norwegian. Jay Jones says Norway has some of the best talents. Hopefully, Odegaard has the Haaland effect at Arsenal. Well, listen, if he's half as good as him, and if you see my interview that I did with TV2, Pierre there was saying that, listen, he was rated way higher than Haaland. Obviously, they're different positions. It just hasn't worked out for him. Can he rekindle it at Arsenal? Sundip says, finally, we're making some shrewd decisions. Great window so far. Ozil saga over and a few of the dead wood gone. And that is very, very true. And Arsenal related. Oh, no, sorry, I did that one already. Arsenal related. So yeah, some of the fan lines that you guys sent in, keep sending those in. #fanline. But yeah, it's a big week to find out who comes in. We got a lot of games as well. Tuesday night, we're up against Southampton again. We'll be looking to get revenge. And then come the weekend, a huge game against the informed Manchester United. It'll be great if Odegaard can hit the ground running. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll be back tomorrow.